Good day everyone. Today we will continue our lecture. Ethno design is an important component of the design constant culture and consolidation of Kazakhstan society. Last time we talked about the cultural code in design, and also we talked about the KZ as a special plastic body. We try to understand what is the cultural code, what kind of component they have, and also we talk about what is the yurt is, and also we are trying to understand what components they have in the cultural design of our society. So today we will talk about the traditional heritage in the design of the architectural environment of modern Kazakhstan. Folk arts and crafts are distinguished by the presence of canons developed during the evolution of development. They ensure the stability of compositional structures despite the presence of figurative variations. We have already noted that behind all the stability of the system, there is room for innovations, even within the established structures of arts and crafts. The development of the concepts of regionalism in design is very closely related to architecture and art design. In Kazakhstan, issues of national and regional identity are also one of the leading places in modern construction practice. They are primarily reflected in the design of iconic public facilities. For example, in the design of the subway, each station is perceived as reflecting contemporary attitude towards the history, culture, and traditions of the country. The project, for example, we can say about the Hotel Otrar, architect of Kabulbayev, who designed it in the 18th, has become the iconic in objects in Almaty. All that time, all the consistent elements in architecture, exterior, interior, are very interesting, original, and very distinguished. In addition, it should be noted the round building of the restaurant, which has two separate halls. One of them have the rounded shape and stylized as a yurt within the paintings on the wall. We can say that also about the Abay restaurant in Koktebe. Examples as Ethno Cafe, Jaylao, Restaurant Gakku, Owl Resort, and the interior of the restaurant Tengri. All that designers and architects who are receptive of fashion trends create and shape different styles and objects of art, developing in parallel and sometimes competing with each other. The materials and technologies are used innovative. Solutions are very important. In this case, we can say that basic forms of artistic registration interior using the decorative arts, applied arts, have three forms: direct quotation, interpretation, and transformation. In this case, you can say that one of them are just copying, second one the context is read, and the third one the transformations. So it's new form, new reading, new use of materials, technologies, and fashions, and so on. And also when you analyze the existing trends in the palette of means of designers and artisans, we highlight some features. Use of new materials are very important. Use of new technologies, you have to do it because it's really trending things. And the using fashion trends in the interior and public catering, one of the main things that we need to understand. In new concept and design engineering, maybe could play one of the main roles in your interior. So the next chapter we will talk about the traditional art and futuristic ideas. So how it use it in the traditional art and futuristic ideas, how it works. So modern design is a whole complex that includes social, cultural criteria from economic, solving environmental problems, artistic, stylistic factors designed to create a new form. And in this case, it was a very big thing that I did in my research. So we have three types of modern yurts: conical wall, modern fabrics, and panel frame. Everyone was from another country, and I searched it. For example, I found it in the USA, UK, also Australia, and so on. And also we have different type of yurts now in our country, but it's a little bit later. So first one is the conical yurt. This is the yurt by designer Bill Coppertwhite in 2014. You can see that this yurt was in a book, Living in the Round, by Becky Cameron, and she talks that inventions of the North American inventors are very interesting, and she writes about the permanent yurts and offices that make really workable things of that inventions. The second one is the modern fabric yachts. So you can see that Chuck Cox, one of the Bell students, built a fabric yacht in the project. The second one, the project Nomad yacht from the company EcoShock. So they make a collapsible yacht, Nomad. It's called Nomad, and made of very environmental friendly materials, including the bamboo structure, the advanced other fabric, and delivers that, making the yoke very easy and helpful. The third one, the panel frame yacht, and this is also one of the Colbert White's middle 20th century's invention. So it was situated in California and New Hampshire in USA, and you can see that this is a plywood yacht, and making all that structure like panels and frames, making it works together, and student buildings regulations, while keeping the prices affordable. The plywood yacht from the company and designers, the Track and Ulargero, they are created one of the most interesting yachts, and also modern types of yachts designing by their materials. You can say 5 types: metal frame, wooden frame, inflatable, awning, and foam. Types with a timber frame, it's just a yacht with the frame using the materials tree and this kind of plywood. The second one using the timber with the frame, also very kind of common and very interesting. Types with a metal frame, you can see another company in the US and UK, they use the metal frame and making all that fabrics together working. They can make two stages yacht, and very different types and very different materials. It's beyond to the human that's make it work. Types with foam cage, you can see the Japanese designers Shin Shakita. He makes this kind of yacht that making the central dome and four doors. So it's really interesting. And types of the yachts with an inflatable frame, it mostly worked in Russia. You can see the 4 types of these different interesting yachts forms. So, and I think that one of the interesting house inspired by the images from these countries, and we can find from Alps, its type with awning is the white put yachts, and it makes like a geodesic home. So the patterns are very interesting. The patterns are very look like, but in another way making. So the widespread use of innovative materials and technologies, the search for a new appropriate information are professional. So in conclusion, we will discuss either a Kazakhstan local style. So we try to find out in our project when we do in the last block. Innovations and variability of motifs folk art, we will try to find out, making the analysis of the sources that we see and making the projects works together, and try to work out on the furniture, making really interesting. So the last one is the sources. You can see the literature. See you next time. Bye. Thank you.